We welcome you inside the Gene Policini Center on the campus of the Rochester Institute of Technology and home of the nationally ranked Tigers. Number 26, Cody Leskowski, and the 19th ranked RIT Tigers are coming off a big 6-point sweep last weekend that has them in position to regain the top spot in Atlantic hockey. But Bentley is saying not so fast. The Falcons enter the night having won 3 straight conference games and are looking to not only move up to the top tier of the standings this weekend, but prove they are a contender too. Good evening and welcome to RIT Hockey Pregame Live here on the RIT Sports Network. Well, just 10 days ago, the Tigers suffered an overtime loss in this building to Canisius, marking the first time all year that RIT had lost back-to-back games. Oh, the Tigers regrouped quickly and just 3 days later traveled to Pittsburgh for a series against Robert Morris. Last Friday night, Tigers facing the last place Colonials, and RIT, oh, they jumped on them early, already up 2-0 in the second. The shot here from Aiden Hansen Buchanan, who was back in the lineup, doesn't go, but Tyler Fukakusa there to put it back in, his 5th of the season, and the Tigers were cruising up 3-0, but RMU battled back. Just over a minute remaining in the second. Cameron Garvey puts the rebound past the diving Tommy Scarfoni. We had a game after 40 minutes as Tigers led by just 1 to the third. 4-3 RIT now when Carter Wilkie steals the puck in the Colonial zone and beats Chad Veltri top shelf. What an effort there by Wilkie to put RIT back up by 2. Then 4 minutes later, Tigers on the power play. Cody Leskowski finds Wilkie again, who scores again, his second of the night. Tigers took game 1 over Robert Morris by a final of 6-3. So after going without a point in the previous 3 games, Carter Wilkie scored 2 goals and added an assist. RIT recorded a season-high 56 shots on goal and tied a season-high with 3 power play goals on 5 attempts. Aiden Hansen Buchanan returned to the lineup after missing the previous 3 games with an injury, providing a big boost to the blue line as Buchanan tallied 2 assists in his return as well. How about game 2 last Saturday night? RIT, well, they picked up right where they left off on Friday. First period, RIT on the power play. Cody Leskowski, the one-timer, finds the back of the net. 1-0 RIT. Leskowski, oh, he was just getting started. More on him in a moment. After an RMU tripping penalty, RIT with the man advantage again. And this time, it's Carter Wilkie. Wilkie with the one-timer. His 3rd goal in 2 games and 11th of the season. 2-0 RIT after 1. RIT had a huge second period. They would score 3 times, including here on the power play as Leskowski tips the loose puck off Chad Veltri and in for the goal for the Tigers. They were rolling. Then 3rd period, more Tigers again on the power play. Jojo Casero, oh, he loves to wind up from the circle. Jojo's 11th of the year, put RIT up 6-1. And then the Tigers were just toying with the Colonials. Watch the pretty no-look from Elijah Gonzalez right there to Cody Leskowski, who completes the hat trick. Oh, Tigers with a tremendous effort as they complete the sweep of Robert Morris following a 7-1 victory last Saturday night. Those 7 goals were a season high for RIT, and they were also a season best 4 for 7 on the power play. Cody Leskowski recorded the 2nd hat trick of his Tiger career, his first since last December's 10-4 victory at Canisius. Carter Wilkie and Jojo Casero are now tied for the team lead in goals. Jojo now leads the nation among defensemen with those 11 goals. So a weekend down in Pittsburgh against the Colonials proved to be what the Tigers needed to right the ship, but the task will be a bit tougher this weekend as Bentley comes to town, having won 3 straight. With more on tonight's matchup, our John DiTullio standing by live now with RIT head coach Wayne Wilson. Johnny?
All right, Kevin, thanks so much. Wayne, let's look back at last week. 13 goals. What was the key in getting a sweep against a team like the Colonials?
Yeah, you know, I wish I could figure out what exactly the formula was to score those goals. We could have used a couple of them previous weekends, but no, you know, we were playing well before, but we just needed to knock the door down and get some. We needed to get some from Carter Wilkie and Leskowski, and we needed to get our power play going. So all those things happened for us on the weekend. Our power play was sharp. Our key contributors got back on track and put up some goals. We played pretty well defensively. I thought the first night we let our guard down a little bit. Then second night, I thought we played much better defensively as well, and that was good to see as well.
Because I know the last time we were here, you were not happy, and you said your team needed to be mentally prepared better. So what fueled that then last week?
I just think being hungrier around the net, sharper. We were creating a lot of offensive chances, but we weren't really bearing down around the net, and we're just passing up shots as well. We were getting a lot of shots, but we weren't getting second shots in that grade A area right in front of the goalie, looking for rebounds and tips and call them greasy goals or whatever, but that's what we were looking to do, and we did a better job in those areas. And you need to get those type of goals. Not everything's going to be tic-tac-toe. You can't rely on that.
Well, you sent a message to the team. You made some changes, some lineup changes. Talk about those and what kind of input or what kind of impact did that have, at least last weekend?
Yeah, it's tough to take guys out, particularly when you've got some good players that you're taking out. But having said that, we've got good players that deserve to go in the lineup, and I just thought it was time to mix some things up, that we weren't going to stay status quo and happy with the way we were playing just because of the number of shots we were taking. I wanted to dig a little deeper, and I thought some of those changes helped. It got them on track, the guys that haven't played in a while. So we're going to have to take a closer look at our lineup as we go along, and maybe not be just status quo. But we've got a lot of depth this year, and that is a good thing, but it's hard when you're trying to make those decisions for your lineup. And I like the way the guys that haven't had a lot of ice time played, and some of them will be rewarded with more ice time.
How about with Bentley? Are they the surprise team maybe in the conference, the way they're playing? What do you expect tonight and tomorrow?
Well, I think there are a lot of unknowns about Bentley. They lost a lot of players. They lost some to the transfer portal. A new coach came in. He's done a heck of a job. I think they've probably the biggest surprise team in our league, where they've played extremely well against a lot of good teams out of conference and have done very well in conference. So we know we've got our hands full. Watching them on tape, they got our full attention, and we're in for two really good games this weekend here at home. We've got to take advantage of home ice, and we've got to continue to play well against good teams to show that we're ready for playoffs.
When you play your best hockey, 1 month to go in the regular season.
Yeah, it's closing quickly here. Yeah. 10 games, and they go by quickly as you're just kind of starting to watch the standings a little closer, and looking forward to this weekend.
Big crowd tonight. By the way, like the new tie.
Thank you. Not a new tie, but
I think it's new.
No, I don't think so. But it should be two really good crowds here this weekend. Looking forward to having those crowds. We lost out on the one with the Canisius Saturday. Expected good crowd, and we had to move it to a Tuesday, which we still had a good crowd. But looking forward to playing in front of our home fans.
All the best. It's head coach Wayne Wilson here with RIT for a preview of Bentley. Let's send him.
All right, thanks, John. Here with head coach Andy Jones of Bentley Falcons. You're number one for you, coach. Welcome here to RIT. How's it going so far?
The year's gone by fast. We are certainly enjoying it. I think we're steadily getting better as the year goes on, and we're excited to be here tonight. It's going to be a heck of a challenge for us this weekend.
Yeah, we're looking at all these lines. I don't know. Do you have a line 1, 2, 3, 4? It seems like you can roll 4 at RIT here tonight.
Yeah, we don't. I don't know what our first line is, so I wouldn't worry about trying to figure it out, because I don't have it figured out. I think we just try to play collectively. We try to play a supportive brand of hockey, and lately, different people have been showing up and rising to the occasion.
You played a lot of tough non-conference opponents. How has that prepared you here for the Atlantic hockey schedule?
Well, I think the non-conference schedule, yeah, there's been some challenging games. I think we've been in big moments. I think we've won some of those moments. We've come out on the wrong side of some of those moments. And I think that's what's prepared us the most, just being involved in tight games and maybe losing some of those moments. I think we've learned from that.
Now, this predates you, but Bentley coming in here, a lot of success over the years coming into the Policini. What do you see from the Tigers on film, Coach?
Well, statistically, I'll start that. I see the top team in the league in just about every category, right? Goaltending, special teams, really good. Face-off dot, really good. Scoring mark, you go whatever it may be, right? On paper, I see speed. I see a really good top line. I see superior goaltending, and I don't see a weakness. So I think they're well coached. They got a plan. And I think the biggest compliment I can give is when I watch them play, I see an identity, and that's what we're trying to build.
Yeah, whenever Bentley comes in here, we sit up a little straighter. Looking forward to seeing some good hockey this weekend. Coach, thanks so much for your time tonight.
You bet. I appreciate it.
Andy Jones, head coach here at Bentley. As Kevin, we send it back to you.
All right, Gene. Yeah, Andy replacing Ryan Soderquist, who was at Bentley for a very long time. We welcome him to the league. Well, including tonight, only 10 games, as Wayne mentioned, remain in the regular season for RIT, all of which are conference games as the Tigers look to capture the regular season championship for a second straight year and the league's top seed in the postseason tournament. tournament come March. Here are the standings at the moment. Sacred Heart sits atop the league by just 2 points over the Tigers. Pioneers playing out of conference this weekend, so a chance for RIT to make their move. Air Force, who's one of the hottest teams in the league right now, having won 5 of its last 6, is third, followed by AIC and Holy Cross. Bentley, tonight's opponent, is currently in 6th. The top 4 seeds earn a first-round bye and earn the right to host the quarterfinals. All 11 teams will make the AHA postseason tournament this year. Well, still to come on Pregame Live, one afternoon game is complete in Atlantic hockey. We'll show you how AIC fared against visiting Robert Morris. Plus, the RIT women's hockey team began a big College Hockey America series down in Erie against Mercyhurst. We have the highlights coming your way, but first, number 21 for RIT is Carter Wilkie. The junior from Calgary totaled a conference-high 7 points during the Tigers' 2-game sweep of Robert Morris last weekend and moved into 17th all-time on the Tigers' Division I scoring list with 95 career points. Wilkie will join our Kim Coffey live next as our coverage continues from the Gene Policini Center. It's RIT and Bentley at 7:05. This is Pregame Live on the RIT Sports Network. Back here on Pregame Live from the Gene Policini Center at RIT, where it's Free Ticket Friday for students. Big crowd expected here tonight and tomorrow for what is a very big series for the Tigers. Oh, they're all big from here on out. Meanwhile, after tailing a conference-high 7 points during last weekend's sweep of Robert Morris, RIT junior forward Carter Wilkie earned Atlantic Hockey Player of the Week honors. The Tigers' leader in points so far this season is just off the ice from warm-ups and is with our Kim Coffey. Kimmy?
Carter, a big pick-me-up for you guys last weekend, sweeping Robert Morris, but Bentley also on a 3-game win streak here. What's going to give you guys the advantage heading into tonight?
Special teams got to win that battle, so take less penalties than them, obviously. Then when we get our power play chances, convert. And like I've said before, simply put more pucks in the net, but it's going to come with a lot of effort. They're a good defensive team, so we got to get a lot of chances and create some havoc in front of the net, get second chances type of opportunities tonight.
You picked up a lot of steam offensively last weekend, 7 points for you. What does that do for your confidence, not only your confidence, but your line mates as well?
Well, yeah, like me and my line mates all had a good weekend as well. We all got into it, and a lot of guys got off the shine a little bit. I was on a little bit of a goal streak, so it was nice to kind of get that back in the rhythm and stuff like that. And you lose your confidence a bit when you're debating it, maybe grip your stick a little bit more, but now it's just a little more free-flowing and a little more confident, a little more swagger in our step, so it's nice.
What are you expecting to see from Bentley, especially to start the game?
Oh, they're going to be a hard-working team. They're going to chip pucks and get after us and really be on top of us at all points, and we got to be ready to dial it in. They're going to tackle it in and box it up pretty good in the middle, but we're going to use our speed and attack as best as we can and hopefully put a few more pucks in the net again this weekend.
Carter, thanks so much and good luck tonight.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Kevin?
All right, Kimmy, thank you so much. Meanwhile, grad transfer goaltender Luke Lush picked up his second career victory last weekend in the Tigers' 7-1 victory over RMU. Lush, who made 16 saves last Saturday, now 2-1 as a Tiger. Tonight, Tommy Scarfoni will get the start for RIT. The Montreal native is 13-7-1 on the year. Scarfoni won his 43rd career game in a Tiger sweater last Friday, tying Logan Drackett for the most wins in the D1 era. He also became the third D1 era Tiger to surpass 2,100 career saves. For Bentley head coach Andy Jones will go with number 33, Connor Hasley. The Buffalo area native has been in the net for the Falcons 3 straight victories. The sophomore is 7-7 on the season with a 2.44 goals against and 2 shutouts. He also was in the net last February when the Falcons last beat RIT. In Atlantic hockey this afternoon, Robert Morris visiting AIC. We have the highlights from Springfield, Massachusetts. Late first period, Colonials with the possession. Tanner Klimpke, the wrister from the slot, finds the back of the net, his 8th of the season. RMU led 1-0 after 1. Second period, off the opening faceoff, RMU gains the zone. Klimpke throws it at the net, and McKay Hayes, he stuffs it in. 2-0 Robert Morris. Then late in the third, AIC with a great chance here, but Francis Boisvert makes the stop coming up. One of 50 stops for him today. Robert Morris shuts out and upsets the Yellow Jackets by a final of 2-0. Elsewhere in Atlantic hockey today, Sacred Heart playing out of conference this weekend in the Nutmeg Classic in Connecticut. Pioneers fall in the opener to UConn 6-2. Mercyhurst hosts Holy Cross at 7:05, while Canisius faces Red Hot Air Force, a team that has just been on fire lately out in Colorado Springs. Face-off just after 9 Eastern. Well, the RIT women's hockey team has entered the stretch run, and after being swept in Lindenwood last weekend, the Tigers entered the day on the outside looking in as far as the postseason is concerned, as RIT has slipped to 5th in the 6-team CHA standings. A big series, Tigers opening up today in Erie, Pennsylvania, taking on second place Mercyhurst. First period, the shot by Mary Sweetapple. Vanessa Upson in front with a backhand redirect by Sophia Belina. Upson's 11th of the season, 1-0 Lakers after 1. Second period, Tigers battle back. Kylie Aquaro to Addie Alvarez. The Rochester native scores her 7th on the season, and we were tied at 1. Midway through the second, though, the Lakers respond, and they're doing it on the power play. Sophia Belina makes this initial stop, but Sophia Newtonin puts in the rebound for her 9th of the year. Mercyhurst would add 2 more as the Tigers drop their 3rd straight by a final of 4-1 this afternoon. So Addie Alvarez is now just 1 goal off the team lead behind Nicole Ness, who has 8. Sophia Belina made 22 saves for RIT. Tigers fall to 11, 13, and 2 overall, 5 and 8 in the CHA, and they will go for a split tomorrow afternoon down in Erie. Face-off set for 1 o'clock on Flow Hockey. Elsewhere in College Hockey America, oh boy, it's not a mistake. Penn State beats Lindenwood 10-1. Nittany Lions hold first place over Mercyhurst by 2 points. The Lindenwood loss keeps the Lions just 1 point ahead of RIT for the 4th and final playoff spot. So good news there. Syracuse leads Robert Morris 1-0 in the second. College basketball Division III action in the Liberty League. RIT men and women on the road at RPI tonight. The women's team trails RPI 56-41 in the 4th. Men tip off against the Engineers. That comes up at 7:30. Hey, don't forget, the best way to keep up with all the Tiger teams, you got to download the RIT Athletics app. Get scores, highlights, features, live streams, so much more available on the RIT Athletics app. It's a must-have for Tiger fans, so download it today for your Apple or Android device. Well, still to come on Pregame Live, RIT Associate Head Coach Dave Insalaka will join us to break down Bentley, and we'll look back at the Falcons' last visit to Rochester that saw them record their 7th victory in 10 games in this building. It's all straight ahead on your home for Tiger Hockey. You're watching Pregame Live on the RIT Sports Network.
It's going to be Casero walking in. It's one away. Uh-oh! Coming out of the box. It's a breakaway opportunity. Walking in is Lada. Lada, the shot save is made by Scarfoni. The rebound is pushed to the side. Wraparound attempt is cleared out. Kadzi, cross-ice feed. Pinballing around, goes behind the net. In front! Scores!
There it is.
Kadzi with the goal in front. And Bentley getting their first goal of the weekend, their first lead of the weekend. It's 1-0. Bentley's still holding it in. The shot, it goes over the line. 2-0 Bentley. Throwing it in front, and Scarfoni would like to have that one back. It is now Petrucci backhanding over to Mahan. Mahan going in. Cross-ice feed. Back to Hanson Bucata. Back again to Casero. In front. There it is. Calvin Boots has cut it to 2-1.
Boots kind of lifts that puck, so the extra attacker pays off for Wayne Wilson.
One last chance here for the Tigers. Up ahead. Tapped in. Hasley to the near wall. 8 seconds remaining. Tigers going to work. Wilkie behind the net. Can they get one shot off? Back it goes. Here it is at the horn. The shot. They can't get it off. Bentley wins 2-1.
Bentley snapped a 7-game winless streak against RIT with that 2-1 victory on a night. The Tigers also ended up clinching the AHA regular season title. In the Division I era, RIT leads the all-time series with a 25-16-4 record. Tigers looking for their 4th conference postseason championship this year, while Bentley, a member of the league since 1999, still in search of their first. As we welcome you back inside the Gene Policini Center here at RIT, where you're watching Pregame Live, presented by Taylor the Builders, as we continue our countdown to puck drop between RIT and Bentley. That comes up at 7:05 here tonight. Well, RIT rebounded in a big way following an overtime loss to Canisius 10 days ago with a tremendous effort at Robert Morris last weekend, as we welcome in Gene Battaglia and John DiTullio. And guys, as the standings continue to bunch up with just 6 points separating 1st and 5th, it's another big opportunity for RIT to make a statement this weekend and to pull back into first place atop Atlantic Hockey.
Yeah, no doubt. Good evening, Kevin.
Good evening.
John, look, this is a good test for RIT.
Absolutely. This is a team that you could say maybe has overachieved. A lot of good first-year players. The transfer portal, new head coach. They play hard. This should be a fun, intense 60 minutes.
Yeah, as we welcome in Associate Head Coach Dave Insalaka. And Dave, we're looking at these lines. Kind of an interesting test for your defense here tonight.
Yeah, they got a good group. Coach Andy Jones has done a remarkable job with that group, and they're playing really, really well. They're stout defensively, and they have no issue creating offense, so we'll have our hands full.
Your team, you guys made some lineup changes. You'll make some more tonight. It paid off last week. Talk about those line changes and what you saw last week against Robert Morris. How does that apply tonight versus Bentley?
We really, really like our group. All of our players can play and can contribute, and you know, if you don't perform well, you have an opportunity that you might not be in the lineup. So for us, we're going to play the best players and who's, you know, rolling here down the stretch, and you know, we're just going to reshuffle some things up this evening and see how it goes.
Yeah, we were just watching the highlights. Hasley, haven't gotten the official word yet, but if it's him tonight, or as far as these goaltenders here, Dave, what do we expect?
Both of them are very capable and are very good. You know, I'd like to see us get a lot of shots on them. Bentley does a real good job, you know, insulating them and protecting the house per se, so inside the dot. So we got to get shots and we got to get second chance opportunities.
Dave, go get him tonight. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Dave Insulacco, head coach here at RIT, as we take a look at our players to watch here tonight. And for Bentley, they, again, a lot of guys.
Yep.
3 players have had hat tricks, the latest being Ryan Mansfield in a win over Mercyhurst.
Had the Hattie last week against Mercyhurst, also had 2 assists, so he had a 5-point night. Talk with Wayne, he realized he's a good player, but they roll out 4 lines. They really don't have one dynamic player. They just roll out 4 lines and they just attack. But keep your eye on number 11. He's coming off a banner weekend against Mercyhurst just last week.
It's one of the secret things, secret sauce here, if you will, for RIT. They have defense that can create offense, and there may be no better in the country than JoJo Casero.
In this case, the stats don't lie when you start talking about JoJo. When you look at where he ranks, he has 11 goals. That's first among defensemen. He has 6 power play goals. He's a great two-way player. He's got one of the best shots you will see. It is a laser. He's dynamic on the power play. One of the leaders. This is going to be a lot of fun. We just talked about Mansfield for Bentley, but keep your eye on number 10. JoJo Casero can play.
Final weekend here in January, Kevin, and things start to get a little more interesting. Looking forward to this puck drop at 7:05.
You do a little more watching the scoreboard, seeing what everybody else is doing. And guys, we didn't mention, and we mentioned it earlier though, Aiden Hansen-Bucata being back, also big last weekend for the Tigers. Good to have him back here as well, and we'll see what happens coming up at the top of the hour. Thanks so much. We're closing in on face-off between the Tigers and Falcons. We'll wrap things up from here next. You're watching Pregame Live on the RIT Sports Network. Back here at the Gene Policini Center, where introductions are underway as RIT and Bentley will meet for the first time here this season. RIT does not go to Bentley this year, so these are the only 2 games, only 2 times they'll meet in the regular season. Just a reminder that we're back with you tomorrow to wrap up the January portion, if you can believe it, of the schedule and the season series between RIT and Bentley. Our coverage starts at 4:30 with Pregame Live, followed by face-off between the Tigers and Falcons at 5:05 on Flow Hockey and on Nesson Plus. The students are back as the spring semester is now a few weeks old, but there are tickets available to join us for tomorrow night or any of the Tigers' 5 remaining home games. You can purchase your seats by calling or visiting the Policini Center box office or online anytime at rittickets.com. Well, that'll do it for Pregame Live. Up next, can the Tigers make it 3 in a row, or will the Falcons extend their win streak to 4? We're about to find out. Enjoy the game, and we'll see you back here for the intermission report. RIT Bentley begins right now.